guys, James Wilson-Taylor here for Rock Sound, backstage at Slam Dunk Festival 2022. The Wonder Years playing not once, but twice today. Dan joins me now. How are you, man?
I'm well. It's been a stressful week.
Hasn't it just? Fair play to you for making it here in one piece, man.
It's been a stressful week, but we're here, ready to play 2 entire records. I think we're ready. We'll find out.
We will find out. Well, that's a good place to start with music, because I always like to ask people when they're playing albums in full like this, how much are the moments like that you have to go back and really kind of look at again? There's always going to be tracks from those albums in your set list regardless of when you're playing it. But what are the moments on those albums where it's like, oh yeah, I need to refresh my memory here?
Well, so we just did, well, not just did, now it's been like 8 weeks, but we did 8 weeks of it in the US. And so I feel pretty confident.
Okay.
But there are definitely somewhere I had to listen back to. Like the structure of New Year's with Carl Weathers is a weird structure. Just trying to remember the ebbs and flows of that.
Yeah. It's nice in it as well. I always like to ask as well with people when they're reflecting on those. Like you say, you've done a whole tour of it now as well. How does it feel kind of getting stuck back into those moments of the band? Does it take you back? Do you find yourself reflecting on that time in the band's history a little bit?
There are some moments of it. You know, my thing is like I want to perform first. I want to be on stage. I want to sing well. I want to move well. And so I'm really focused on that. But then once you get deep enough into the tour and that stuff starts to become second nature, you do start slipping back into memories, thinking like, oh shit, I was at like this place when we wrote this, which is fun.
No, it's really fun. It's funny as well that I was chatting with Jacoby from Papa Roach actually a few months back after they'd done the Infest stuff, and he was saying it was really funny how when they did a new record, even though you might not necessarily hear it, it was feeding into what they were doing next in really, really weird ways. Have you found that when you've been doing any writing, that looking back on this stuff?
The thing that did happen is we got reminded of how important it was to write for the live setting. Right, we're a live band. It's who we are. It's kind of always been who we are. Like, and we needed to make sure that we were writing with that in mind, which we had kind of not done as much.
Yeah, it's exciting to see, and you know we should talk about that new music because we know that you are working on a new record, right? What stage are we at in terms of the? Is it done? Is it done?
It's done. It's been done. Man. It's like everything is. All of the stuff is out. What we're doing now is waiting for official vinyl timelines.
Oh, of course.
Because that's the other thing about us. We're a live band and we're a vinyl band. We do more records than we do streams.
Wow, that's great.
And so, or I guess I should say we weight it heavily. We weight it more heavily to do records than. Fall Out Boy's not here, right?
No.
I'm like distracted. I'm like, is Fall Out Boy doing a surprise set at 2 in the afternoon?
Oh my God! This is how we realize?
Yeah, right. You hear it, right?
Oh, I hear it, and they'll hear it down the line. I'm pretty certain that it's not Fall Out Boy, but we'll find out.
It'd be very funny for
it would be hilarious if we're just like, okay.
What a surprise that would be for everybody involved. Yeah, so it's that's the thing, is that vinyl timelines are a little wonky right now. And so as soon as we know for sure that we're going to have it in our hands, we'll announce the whole thing for everybody. Cool. But we couldn't we were having trouble waiting. So we started just kind of releasing songs because we just wanted some songs out.
Well, it's nice to give people a bit of a taste. I guess the last one must have been Summer Clothes, right? That was the last one. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about that in particular, because it seems to have gone down very well with the fan base as well, actually, that one.
Summer Clothes, a song one of those songs that, like, some songs are labor to write, and they take months of writing and rewriting and writing and rewriting and trying to figure out the perfect phraseology or like how the pentameter is going to work or what, right? This was a song that just like fell out of me. Right. Like it had been trying to get out for a long time, and when it finally saw a hole, it just exploded out of it was like the whole song was done in like 90 minutes. I was like, I could play it front to back. And obviously then I had to, you know, like we always do, then you go pitch it to the band, and if they like it, then we kind of rework it together, and we tried a bunch of different ways of it. But the initial draft of this song just kind of was just like existed. It wasn't there, and then suddenly it was.
Wow.
Which was cool.
That's so great when something happens like that kind of naturally, though, as well, isn't it? It sounds like kind of just flow out and make a lot of sense. Make a summer anthem. That's the way you want to do it right there. Before I kind of start letting you go and get ready for these 2 epic sets you're going to do later today, one other festival I did want to mention that you're on the lineup for later in the year, this mad old thing in Vegas, dude. I've been talking to so many people about this When We Were Young thing.
Yeah.
That is insane, because not only is it such a stacked lineup, but presumably, you know, a few friends of yours on there, people you must have played with over the years. It must be quite an exciting event to look forward to.
It is. It's kind of a crazy one because, like, when we got booked for it, the only thing they would tell us was there is a rock festival It is in Las Vegas, and it's called When We Were Young. And so naturally, we thought the Killers were headlining.
Yeah, you'd figure we'd
right?
be. Yeah,
we're like, oh, it's this festival with the Killers. We heard rumors that My Chem might be playing. We're like, oh, cool. Like My Chem and the Killers for headliners. That's awesome. That sounds right up our alley.
Yeah.
And then we didn't hear anything else about it. You know, we agreed to it. We knew the date. We knew the city. We knew the name.
Yeah.
And then it got announced, and people were like, is this real? Are you playing this? And I was like, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm playing a festival by that name that day in that city.
Yeah.
But all of this other information, you're getting at the same time I am. And so it's crazy. I mean, the lineup is obviously totally absurd.
So
and, you know, I feel lucky to have been picked for it. But yeah, it was like not at all what we expected when we agreed. It was so shrouded in mystery, right?
Yeah.
Like, and it's actually kind of normal. Like a lot of times you don't know who's on a festival until it gets announced. But your friends will hit you up and be like, oh, maybe are you doing this thing? We're doing this thing. And like not even that was happening. That's how secretive everything was.
Which I kind of love because it made it such a bigger impact for all us fans to be like, oh my God, every band I love is on the same lineup.
And for the bands, everyone's like, are you guys playing this? And everyone's like, I think so.
Wild. So wild, man. It's going to be really, really exciting. Well, in the meantime, another exciting day today, another exciting day tomorrow. Enjoy these shows, man. Enjoy playing these albums in full. I'm sure we'll catch up with you when there's more new music coming as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my guess is new record will come September.
Oh, awesome.
That's my guess. It's just a matter of figuring out that vinyl stuff, and once that's done, I'm sure we'll be linking up again.
Absolutely. Well, good to see you, man.
All right, good to see you. Cheers.
Good to see you. Done, everybody.